Maybe because Record of Ragnarok comes from Zen and Comics and it doesn't have the guaranteed success of our general Shonen Jump series such as Naruto, One Piece, Black Clover, and series of that nature that already has a history of success. Netflix didn't give the appropriate budget to Shimatsu no Valkyrie, aka the Record of Ragnarok. Maybe we need as many people as possible to watch the Record of Ragnarok on Netflix in order for the second season to get an appropriate budget. If we get a second season at all at this point, you have 400,000 subscribers. Do you understand the power that you have, Chibi? I don't think you do. I don't think you understand the power that you have. Half of your audience probably didn't even watch the video. They saw the title and took your word for it.
I don't even know where to begin. I don't even know where to begin.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You began already. You started off by saying Record of Ragnarok teaches people how to use PowerPoint. So I don't need to go to school to learn how to use PowerPoint. I can watch Record of Ragnarok and become a master at being a PowerPoint. Hey guys, it's Mike the Manga Oracle, your host with Japanimation World. Welcome back to the channel. Today I am here to talk about one of my personal favorite anime YouTubers. And I'm going to be honest. Chibi Reviews. Chibi Reviews been around for a long time. Chibi Reviews is one of the guys that inspired me, along with a few other YouTubers from way back in the day, to start an actual YouTube channel and talk about manga, anime, and so forth myself. And I have a ton of respect for Chibi's work ethic. I have a ton of respect for Chibi's opinions on things. And just the fact that he's been a strong and large part of the community for many, many years. However, as of recently, he put out a video about the Record of Ragnarok series, and the title of the video triggered me. And I didn't watch the video yet. I'm going to watch it live here with you guys, and we're going to go over what he says, and I'm going to tell you guys if I agree or disagree. Now, everything I say in his video comes from a place of respect and admiration for this guy. But at the exact same time, I feel as though when you have 400,000 plus subscribers, there is a level of responsibility that lands on your shoulders that you may or may not have asked for, that has to be acknowledged. And not only is the title of this video very, very irresponsible, in my opinion, but even the description and the joke that he makes within the title just seems to be off. His opinion is his opinion, but when you start to make jokes about the series within the title and you have 400,000 plus subscribers, when you are being blatantly disrespectful to the people who worked on the series and the voice actors and the director and the producer and the animators and things of that nature, something has to be said, because apparently nobody out there is calling out the nonsense within the anime community. I'm not going to say nobody, but there aren't many people that's doing it, and I have a very clear and precise way of making my point and getting my point across, so that's what I'm here to do. So, Mr. Chibi, I want to start off by saying utmost respect, salute to you, but I'm going to be honest in this. And if I agree, I agree. And if I disagree, I disagree. But we're going to start off by saying I disagree with the title. So let's go ahead and get it popping. Alrighty. So, ladies and gentlemen, this video, so Chibi titled this video, Record of Ragnarok is hot garbage, but it teaches you how to use PowerPoint. So I'm going to go into more detail about the responsibility of someone with a large subscriber base, and how important someone like this gentleman here, his opinion is, and why titles like this is not good for the anime and manga community as a whole. All right, That's not invalidating his opinion. He can like or dislike anything he wants, just like you can, just like I can. But let's go ahead and get it started and see what's going on. So, title of the video, Record of Ragnarok is hot garbage, but it teaches you how to use PowerPoint. Let's go.
Hi guys, have you ever wanted to know how to make a PowerPoint presentation? Well, look no further. Record of Ragnarok right here has the perfect explanation of how to make a slideshow. Now,
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and stop right there. Record of Ragnarok does not explain anything about making a slideshow. So right off the top, you are you started the video off very, very negatively, very, very disrespectfully to the people who worked really, really hard to make this series happen. How about we start off with something good about the series rather than the bad, such as this frame that he pulls up has amazing artwork. But no, Mr. Chibi wants to focus on the fact that they explain how to make a slideshow. Where did they explain how to make a slideshow? They didn't. Let's go.
I'm gonna have this play on the side, and as this is playing on the side, I'm just gonna explain to you why this is absolutely garbage.
So you're gonna explain to me why this is garbage? Okay, I'm interested to hear. I'm interested to hear this explanation. Maybe he'll enlighten me. Maybe he'll enlighten you guys. I mean, 5,700 people liked it so far, so maybe more people agree with him than disagree with him. Or maybe people agree with his opinion and they like him rather than actually agreeing with the opinion. We'll see.
So, the manga to a whole other level, because animation, art, color, voice acting, music, you get the point. That is what anime in general is supposed to be about. It's supposed to literally elevate the original work to a whole new level, something that just far surpasses the original source. In the grand scheme of things, that's what it should always be about.
So I want to go ahead and stop and pause again right there. That's actually not 100% the case. In most cases, including Chibi's past reviews, I've been watching him for years, and including his reviews and other manga and anime reviewers that I've watched in the past, 80 to 90% of the time, these guys always say that the manga is better. They always recommend you read the manga 80 to 90% of the time. So when he goes to say that it should elevate, it should make the manga experience better, how? It's not possible. It's not possible. The reason why I say that is because the manga is a reading medium. It is not the same as an anime. So you're not going to elevate the experience of reading a manga when reading a manga is its own experience within itself. It is a different experience.
Sometimes it isn't, but most of the time that's usually what an anime is supposed to be.
What an anime is supposed to be, and we all know this, Chibi, you've been in this business. You've been reviewing anime, you've been watching manga and anime for a long, 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 long time. I've been watching it longer. I just haven't been reviewing it as long as you have. Anime, in most cases, is an advertisement for the manga. Okay?
And when you look at what I showed you, there was no effort put in whatsoever. Maybe the art looks good to a certain extent, and that can be argued as well, but there was no effort at all put into the animation. You literally have their emphasis of movement, of just like moving a panel to the side, like, you know, Animus fighting back by just moving an entire still frame to the side. And I'm like, wait, what? Like, it's... Okay, so let's be 100 here. This is a bad anime. Like, 100%, this is a bad anime. If you are interested in Record of Ragnarok, read the manga. The manga, fantastic. It's a good manga. It's really good. Like, seriously, go read.
So is it good? Is it really good? Is it fantastic? Which one is it? They are all varying degrees of good. So, I mean, which one is it, bro? Listen, I'm not here to be, you know, Mr. Pedantic. I'm not here to be Mr. Asshole. I respect you. I'm not going to disrespect you directly. But some of the things you're saying, and we're only a minute and 36 seconds into your 4-minute review, is already triggering me. It's already triggering me. But I'm going to keep myself tempered, and we're going to go ahead and continue to watch this. But he goes to say that it is a bad anime. Okay? All right.
The manga of Record of Ragnarok. But if you're wanting to experience Record of Ragnarok for the first time, do not watch the anime. It's awful. It's slideshow. It is literally Record of slideshows. That's what it is. It's the slideshow of Ragnarok or whatever. It's bad.
Okay, so we have more jokes about the series. So it's Record of Slideshow, apparently. It's the, what did he just call it? The slideshow of Ragnarok? All right, so let's go ahead and pause for just a quick second. So I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say that there is a large majority of the community that watches anime that does not read manga. Somebody like myself, somebody like you, Chibi, like a portion of your followers, a portion of my followers are manga readers. And at the exact same time, a large portion of them are anime onlys, are anime watchers. There are some people where no matter how good or bad an anime is, they will never read the manga. Attack on Titan Season 1. Remember? What was it, 2013, 2014? Remember? Now, I myself, as a manga reader, went and started reading the manga immediately. And there are people who watched Season 1 of Attack on Titan and remain anime onlys and waited 5 years for Season 2, Season 3, Season 4. They will never read the manga. What's my point? The point is that when you make a video like this and you're trying to promote a series that you think is good, very good, fantastic, amazing, one of the 4 words that you used, of varying degrees of good, you basically just cut them out at the knees, and they're never going to, and then I'm knocking things over, and they're never going to experience the Record of Ragnarok. Why? Because they are anime onlys. There are people who do not read manga. So, let me make another point, another example. A friend of mine who's also been watching anime longer than you have. Why? Because he's older than you are. No disrespect to you and your tenure as an anime and manga reader and anime watcher, but he's never read a manga a day in his life. After watching the Record of Ragnarok, before seeing these clickbaity, clout-chasing titles, he watched the series and actually enjoyed the series on its own at face value for what it was. Never reading the manga. He heard me talk about it once or twice when it came out. He called me up, not only to give me his personal review of the anime, but you know what else he told me on the phone? He said, Mike, I had to read the Jack the Ripper versus Heracles fight. Well, in the anime, they call him Hercules. I couldn't believe what I heard on the other side of the phone. This is a friend of mine that I've been trying to get to read manga for a long time. I tried to get him to read Full Metal Alchemist. I tried to get him to read Attack on Titan. I tried to get him to read Hunter x Hunter. I tried to get him to read all types of amazing series, Solo Leveling, which is a manhwa, Tales of Demons and God, which is a manhwa, Lookism, which is a webtoon. The list goes on. He will never read manga in most cases. But somehow, the series that he's calling hot garbage, and it teaches you how to use PowerPoint, made him go and read the manga. That's quite interesting there. That's quite interesting. So actually, what you should be telling people, we'll save that for the end.
I don't know how. I'm assuming this production, Record of Ragnarok, was rushed. The people that were working on this were rushed to get this out. Didn't really have a good amount of time to work on it, and they just, they spat it out to Netflix. And it's just like, yikes. I'm just at a loss of words. This is...
Or Maybe because Record of Ragnarok comes from Zen and Comics, and it doesn't have the guaranteed success of our general Shonen Jump series, such as Naruto, One Piece, Black Clover, and series of that nature that already has a history of success. Netflix didn't give the appropriate budget to Shimatsu no Valkyrie, aka the Record of Ragnarok. Maybe we need as many people as possible to watch the Record of Ragnarok on Netflix in order for the second season to get an appropriate budget. If we get a second season at all at this point, you have 400,000 subscribers. Do you understand the power that you have, Chibi? I don't think you do. I don't think you understand the power that you have. Half of your audience probably didn't even watch the video. They saw the title and took your word for it. The other half of the people watched the video. Some agreed, some disagreed. We can use the like button as the ratio. 300 people or so disliked the video. That's a very small percentage. 5,000 or so people liked the video, which is also a very small percentage. But at the exact same time, when you do things like this, you are not helping the community. You are not helping anybody. All you did was hinder. So now, Record of Ragnarok, we can expect that, let's just say 10%. Let's just say 10% of your entire audience does not watch Record of Ragnarok based off of the title and this 4-minute video here. That is 40,000 plus views across 12 episodes. That's over 400,000 views that Netflix does not have in the Record of Ragnarok. How do you think 400,000 has an effect on the potential budget and success of this series? I would think so. 400,000? Yes. Yes. So what you should be telling people is, hey guys, not really a big fan of the animation of the Record of Ragnarok. I think that it's this, it's that. They used a lot of sliding pictures. It wasn't heavily animated, but it's still really, really good to experience because the story is awesome. The takes and unique takes on characters are awesome. The artwork and color is beautiful and awesome. The scenes that were animated really well were animated well, but the scenes that weren't, unfortunately, it was along the lines of a slideshow and I wasn't a big fan of it. Give it a fair review. You didn't even name your review the Record of Ragnarok anime review like you do for everything else. You started it off and set the precedence that we're going to be negative this entire video. The hell is wrong with you? Are you trying not to get a season 2? Because if so, you're doing a damn great job.
This is really just so crazy to see just how something that could be easily one of the most iconic fights in anime was just ruined like that. I was so flabbergasted when I got to the episode, and I was just like, is this real? Is this real? Because, like, once again, there was more effort put into the Meliodas versus Escanor fight in comparison to what Adam and Zeus was. I'm just like, how is that even possible? How is that possible? Like, how is that possible? I mean, yeah, okay, like I said, the art of Record of Ragnarok looks good. It's just, how is it possible that there was more effort put into the animation for the Taizai episode of Meliodas versus Escanor than that? It's just like...
Okay. So we all know that season 4 of 7 Deadly Sins, which is what he's talking about. He mentioned the characters, but there may be people who don't know what he's talking about. So I'll clarify that. He's talking about 7 Deadly Sins season 4, and he's talking about when Meliodas had his battle with Escanor, and the artwork wasn't, or the animation for and artwork wasn't necessarily up to par. It was actually below par. The reason why it was below par is because we have previous seasons of 7 Deadly Sins that exist for us to compare it to. All right? It's also a shonen. So even bad animation shonens are going to have a higher budget than Netflix going out on a limb on a series that doesn't even have a manga that's translated here in the United States. The Viz manga, just the Viz translation of Record of Ragnarok literally just got announced for 2022. So it still won't be out for another year, or at least until next year. So again, we're doing more and more disservice to the series, because now there's going to be people who won't even waste their time reading it. There's people who read things in the hopes and wants that it eventually gets animated. But when you tell people things like this, they won't even go and read it. They won't go read it. Now they won't watch it. So now the book sales are going to be low. The website sales, the website views are going to be low. The viewership on Netflix are going to be low. Who are you helping? Who are you helping? Nobody. Let people watch things and formulate their own opinions or not. No, we just want some random internet guy's opinion. That's what we want. And then we won't experience for ourselves because we're just going to listen to what he says. This is why when I became an anime YouTuber, I really shaved down the amount of anime YouTubers that I actually watch anymore. Now, I still watch Chibi, some of his reviews for the things that I watch, because I actually like the kid. I really do. And I really respect and like his work ethic. And I think that he does have a true passion for the series. But sometimes the internet can get to people's heads. And sometimes you can lose sight of what's important. And what's important is that we get a second season with better animation. Not to sit here and bash the series and bash Netflix and bash the animators and the voice actors and the composers and things of that, and the artists and things of that nature. This is one of the most irresponsible videos I've ever seen you put out, Chibi. I am highly disappointed. Highly disappointed. I've seen you review series that you didn't like before that are substantially worse than this. Not only did they have bad art, but they also had bad animation. They also had bad story. They also had bad creativity. Record of Ragnarok actually has great creativity, great fights, pretty damn good voice acting, good composition for the music. But we're going to focus on the one thing that it lacked and not give it any more credit anywhere else. This is similar to the gaming community, but at least when you go and read, at least back in the day when you read an IGN gaming review, they actually had graphics, story, pacing, so forth and so on, and they can grade each one individually. This here is not a review. This is a bashing session.
I don't even know where to begin. I don't even know where to begin.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You began already. You started off by saying Record of Ragnarok teaches people how to use PowerPoint. So I don't need to go to school to learn how to use PowerPoint. I can watch Record of Ragnarok and become a master at being a PowerPoint.
I'm gonna say, save yourself the effort of watching it and just go read the manga. Like,
people don't read manga. There are some people that read manga. There are some people who watch anime, and then there's even less people that do both. You are not helping the community. You are not helping Record of Ragnarok. You are not helping Netflix. You are literally doing nothing but bash. Give a proper review. Give a proper review of the series.
Seriously, that is my best advice I can give you, unless you're wanting to learn how to use PowerPoint. If you want to learn how to use PowerPoint, then by all means, watch the anime.
Is that your best advice? This is his best advice. He said it, not me. These are his words. This is his best advice, is don't watch Record of Ragnarok. What did he say? Waste your effort? So don't waste your effort. It's not much effort to watch anything. But again, I'm not going to be pedantic. But if you want to learn how to use PowerPoint, you can learn how to use PowerPoint by watching The Record of Ragnarok.
There you go. You'll get perfect knowledge of how to present a PowerPoint presentation to your boss,
really?
or to your school, or whatever you need to do. But I'm gonna leave it at that. I whoa. I did not expect the anime to just collapse in on itself so hard. Like, it is wild how bad it is. But, anyways, you all have a wonderful day now wherever you live.
So, that there is Chibi's review, bashing session, or whatever, disservice to the Record of Ragnarok, a series that has a ton of potential, a series that is still extremely good as a story, from a creativity standpoint, from a lot of different things. But he wanted to focus on the animation and absolutely nothing else. And Chibi, my final words to you is that I think that you should just show a little bit more integrity and actually do a proper review of the series. If you don't like it, you don't like it. I don't give a damn if somebody likes it or don't like it. That's their opinion. This is my opinion. My opinion is you need to give it, since you have 400,000 plus subscribers, I think that you need to go ahead and give it a proper review so people know what the hell is going on and not just bash it for 4.5 minutes. Laugh, joke, and make fun of a series that actually is something that we need to boost in order to get a better animation and a higher production budget for future seasons, if at this point we even get a future season. And I'm not only picking on Chibi. I'm not picking on anybody, but there are quite a few reviewers out there that have these videos and titles saying, don't watch Record of Ragnarok, don't do this, don't do that. Well, I'm gonna be going through all of their videos. I wanna see what everybody's got to say. Maybe some people actually give a proper review within the don't watch, because I understand this is YouTube and you gotta, get people to click on it and shit like that. So I understand all of that. I get it. But this is just bad. This is bad. I never, ever, ever thought in a million years that you would stoop to this level. On my live Twitch, when I'm talking to my community, you are one of the people that I big up to the highest degree. You, Tekking 101, King of Lightning, Seth the Programmer, and quite a few other anime YouTubers. These are the I hold y'all to high esteem for Neverworld. I hold y'all to high esteem because of how long y'all been around, and y'all show that y'all actually have a lot of passion for the art and for the craft. And this here just really, 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 really got under my skin. I didn't like this. Anyway, that's my take on what he's got to say. Again, I'm disappointed, and I think you should do better. Anyway, guys, like, comment, share, subscribe. In the comment section, let me know if you guys agree or disagree with what I say. You may not agree, you may not disagree. It doesn't really matter. You can like it, you can dislike it. I'll respond to pretty much everybody that replies. I'm not hiding from my review or my thoughts on this or that or whatever the case is. We can get into it. But this here is just very, very irresponsible, in my opinion. Anyway, you guys have a good one. Salute to the family. Peace out, y'all.